everybody. Thank you for being here on this Monday afternoon. My name is Lisa Dublin, and today we're going to talk about a simple formula for success. Knowledge plus effort is equal to success. I want to tell you a couple stories and just be with you for about 15 minutes. But I had to give you this joke before I began because I played this, these random games on Facebook. I think this one is called, was it Oh My Gosh or something, OMG? So I played, this friend of mine played it this morning and she got Queen, right? And I think that like the salary was like $31 million, something like that. Anywho, I don't often play them, but I mean, come on, I was like, okay, let me try my luck. And I played the game and it said that I'm supposed to be a mafia boss. So I didn't post it. Okay. You can know in which world. I just didn't post it. So let me know if you're hearing me okay, wherever you're joining me from Facebook, from LinkedIn, from YouTube, and of course I'm going live organically on IG. Hey Leonie, how you doing? Hi everybody. Let us get started. I was thinking one of the things I always do, I know it is like midday for me. I don't know what time it is for you, but it's still very good, a good thing to remind yourself of who you are. You might have started the day already. You might have perhaps also, got into your routine and done your mind work, your reflection, and all of that. But it's always a good thing to consider this like your lunchtime. This is your lunchtime kind of check in. I am blessed and highly favored. Above only and not beneath, the head and not the tail. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I shall lend and not borrow. I have nothing missing and nothing broken. I love that one. You guys know that. I love that last one because in a world that always just tries to make us believe that we are less, that something's wrong with us, that we need this. No. God says, you're blessed and highly favored. You have nothing missing and nothing broken. So, yeah, that's where we go. So, let me just get to it right now. So, where is this coming from? Well, my podcast is coming out this week. I did start a podcast and I was talking about just this lesson I learned and came up with the formula that knowledge plus effort is equal to success. Just think about it. And I'd like you to think about how perhaps you can find evidence of it in your life. Can you? When you think of anywhere in your life that you have succeeded, can you actually see where perhaps having the right knowledge, being strategic with it, knowing what to do when, and also putting that effort, going the extra mile, putting energy into how you do things might have resulted in your results and you getting a better result than if you had just been like, you know, half delivering, half doing, or just doing the same thing that you were always doing and expecting the same result. So, where this is coming from is a recent experience that I had. And if you see me going back and forth, like we're doing the Instagram thing just, on its own, but I'm here. Okay. So, recently, I had to take my citizenship test for here in Canada, and I passed. I said that before. So, congratulations to me. That's all well and good. But it was just like this test is only, I think, 20 questions, and you're supposed to get at least 15 right. But my process, just for 20 questions, okay? I studied. There's an online prep kit. I bought it. I got up early. I stayed up. I went through the manual. I learned a whole lot about my country, now Canada, a whole lot more, which was very, very good. And it was the process of like doing the practice tests, doing them over and over again, trying to get better and better at doing them that resulted in a good result for me. So I ended up answering all the questions correctly. Now that surprised me. And that is exactly what brought me to this point. Like as a life coach, I've been like, I'm trained to, and I have become a lot more curious with life, a, a lot more asking the question, why are these things happening? Why are you feeling the way you feel, as opposed to just simply accepting it? And so I was like, why are you surprised, Lisa, that you studied, you put in all this effort, and you got a good result. And then I realized it probably is because I'd never stopped to kind of put the two things together and to make sense of it, and to you know how you have to have shelves in your mind and document things and file things away for later when you need them. Does anybody do that? I do that a lot, like file it away for later when you need it. File that as a formula. So that's what I did, going into my mind and be like, okay, it seems like the right knowledge gives you strategy, and the right kind of effort will definitely give you a better result. And that's where this podcast and live and all of that came from. The fact that many people, when we're trying to do something new, when we're trying to accomplish a goal, we seem to be missing a bit of the formula, right? Sometimes we miss a bit of the formula. Sometimes we go out and we study something, or even as an online entrepreneur, I know for me, one of my biggest learning curves, or my steepest learning curves, was like, you don't just post. There has to be a way that you do things. You have to have the strategy and the know how of what makes something work in any capacity, in any category, in any field that you are trying to break into. You can't just go in and be like, first of all, what worked in another field is going to work in this one. It's not going to work. And you can't go like, oh, I should know that. And I find that a lot, especially with adult learners. There's this common misconception. Me at my age, I should know this. How are you supposed to know that? Did you do it before? Did you take the time? It could be that somebody much younger than you, who has basically spent even more time in that field, knows more than you do. And you just simply need to get the right knowledge for you to be able to get something done. I always hark back to like my whole fitness journey, how I lost weight and all of that. It really was those two things. It was knowledge. I got a trainer. I learned how to eat properly. I got people. Yes, it doesn't. You have had to retool. Exactly, Eunice. We always have to retool, right? I did the right things when knowledge was concerned, because you hear people, for example, saying stuff like, oh my goodness, I don't even know what I'm eating and I'm putting on weight, or I'm not even sure why I'm losing weight. I don't seem to be eating that badly. What does that even mean? What is the process exactly in the field of fitness, exercise, losing weight? You need to find that out. It's not just a matter of what I think it is. It really is what it is. What are the markers? What will move the needle? If you don't do those things, you're not going to get that kind of success. And so many times we just go into things just simply thinking that it is easy, and I don't need to up my knowledge in the field. I don't need to know anything more than I need to know. And I'm not talking about being so knowledge hungry that you run after every shiny thing. Okay, well, no magpies here, please. Okay, LinkedIn, no magpies here, right? I'm talking about when you figure out, I want to accomplish this, then you start to look around at who's doing it, who's crushing it, what exactly are they doing. You follow them, you imitate them, you shadow them, you find out what they're doing, and then you insert it into your own process to kind of get the same result. That's very important. But guess what, you guys? That is only half of the equation, right? You know what the other part is? You can have all the language, all of the knowledge. You can have all of the books, buy all the online tests. What else? Speak to all the people, get the mentors, set up coffee chats, do all of the things that they tell us to do when you want to learn from somebody. However, if you don't put effort into it, it's not going to work. The sad thing is that I think more people know how to put in effort than they know how to get the knowledge. Or is that true? Maybe it really isn't. Maybe it's a split. Maybe there are as many people who don't take the time to go after the knowledge, to read the books, to download the podcasts, to watch the free videos on YouTube that are very good and tell you what to do. I was reading somebody's post today. It was a coach, and he was saying that he finds more and more people are literally having better form in the gym, on their own. And he attributes that, I think I didn't read the entire article, but attributing that to just that proliferation of knowledge all about and people taking the time to know. So you need to put in effort. What does effort look like? I'll never forget, like when I first started losing weight and stuff, like people would come up to me and be like, okay, like, how did you do it? Because they had known me when I had the mommy weight, right? And they'd be like, so how did you do it? And I kid you not, like, I would begin to speak and tell them, okay, yeah, I got a coach. I run several times a week. I change my diet. And their eyes would just simply begin to glaze over. You know why? Because at that point you realize, okay, this is too much. No, this is too much effort. And so I think every single person has a responsibility to decide on, am I willing to find out what it takes to succeed in whatever you're trying to do? And secondly, to decide whether you're willing to put in the effort. Whether, and it's not a matter of, if you come upon yourself and realize, oh my goodness, I don't think I want to do this. You don't have to accept that. You can literally go through the process of building in more motivation to kind of get yourself to where you are putting in the requisite effort for you to get further and for you to get that goal going. You don't have to accept it. But the first point is to know where you're at. Are you willing to give it 120%? Are you willing to go the distance? Are you willing to wake up a little earlier? What does that even mean for you? For me, waking up earlier means that my mind is clear by the time the day really begins. It means that I've laid a foundation of peace and purpose and focus so that whatever comes, I will most likely handle it well. But it is because I just really prioritize being able to handle things well and produce and be that high performing individual. And so it means something to me to put in the effort early in the morning to kind of make that happen. It's a matter of priorities. You literally don't have to just simply be like, okay, I don't have what it takes and I'm not going to do it. Knowledge, getting that strategy, not just going blitzing and blazing yourself into a new field in particular, or trying to accomplish any kind of goal and not taking the time to find out what the markers of success are. What will it take for me to succeed? What does that look like? Find out first of all. And once you have done that and bought all the things that make you feel good, get a new journal. How many people get a new journal and then it's like, okay, what am I doing with this anyway? A notebook can work just as well, it really can. What really matters is not having the journal, is whether you actually journal with the journal. That's what's very important. And many people just don't. So that's where the effort comes in. If you want to be that high performer and if you want to accomplish any goal, it will take that kind of measured effort, strategic effort to go the distance where other people are not going. I had this little poster. I have to kind of find it because I think I lost it when we moved. A little poster that said, it was just above the treadmill, and it said, if this were easy, if this were easy, others would be doing it, or something like that. And that is always encouraging for me. In other words, if you want to get what others don't have, you have to be willing to do what others are not willing to do. And that's where we're going to end today. Okay. I promised you 15 minutes. Okay. And we're going to try to stick to that. So knowledge plus effort is equal to success. It's a very simple formula. Now, don't go complicating it. I know there are other things. Okay. But these are the main ingredients as far as I'm concerned. These things work. Get the knowledge. In getting the knowledge, you get strategic. And then you put in the effort. The effort that you put in, it goes further because it is literally based on accomplishing the things that will actually work to move the needle for you. That's all I'm saying. Okay, folks, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to jump into my club, the To All the Girls Success Club. So ladies, my diamonds in there, if you are here and listening, or if you're just joining, let's have a little chat in the club about just stuff. We're talking about a lot of things like perimenopause, and we talk about a lot of God confidence and faith and all of those things in there. So you can head over to Facebook if you have the time, and you can send in a request to join the club, and I'll let you in and we just continue our chat. But in any case, I will see you on Friday. I'm literally trying to get into my groove, but I really should not even be saying that. So you guys, see you on Friday. Thank you for joining me. LinkedIn, thank you. Facebook, YouTube, you can just, you know how on YouTube you can literally just broadcast it onto your, like, stream it onto your big screen. Somebody did that the other day and showed me. I was just so grateful. So see you on Friday. If you're not going to join me in the club, if you are, I'm going to hop off and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you, everybody. And don't forget the simple formula for success: knowledge plus effort will get you there. Bye. Take care.